Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I am completely out of my comfort zone doing. Many of you already watch Laura from Garden Answer, and you probably watch a few other YouTubers that turn around and make annual pots, and they get all these proven winner plants or other plants, maybe stuff that even they've grown from seed, and they make these big beautiful pots. I don't do that. I don't particularly like or enjoy annuals, mainly because as there's the cleanup at the end of the season and you've spent a lot of money on a plant that will essentially never come back. I prefer perennials because perennials come back year after year, theoretically, depending upon a bunch of conditions, but again, they come back year after year. So you may spend $3 on a pack of seeds or $10, $20 on a plant from a garden center and plant that out, and you get a return on investment. Annuals, I really don't feel that way. Now, complete disclosure, I have planted annuals throughout the garden, even this year. I have cosmos, I have zinnias, I have marigolds. So I'm not totally against annuals. I'm just not a big proponent or fan of annuals. That being said, I had a pot out by the front porch that's just kind of sitting there. And I tried growing daffodils in it, and that didn't work, and it's a total mess, and we're not going to talk about my mistakes and that. But it's just sitting there, and I think the location is good, and I think the pot is nice, so why don't I plant it up with something? And I could put in, I think I have, I have some dahlias, and I have a few other things, but I thought maybe I would do something that I don't really enjoy doing, although I've never really done it. So who knows, but basically step outside my comfort zone and do an annual pot, much as you would see on Laura's channel, or again, many other YouTubers that do this kind of thing. They make these big, beautiful display pots. So I'm not gonna make a big, beautiful display pot, but I did go down to my local garden center, and I know generally you need a thriller, spiller, and a filler. I think that's what you need, right? So I went down there and I spoke to a couple of the wonderful women down at my local garden center, and they helped me pick out some plants. Now, unfortunately, some of the plants I wanted, they didn't have because I dragged my feet. And they don't carry an endless supply of, let's say, proven winners, which has some of the most, wonderful and popular plants to do things with, like the annual pots and whatnot. So they helped me pick out a few things. We picked out what I think will be a nice arrangement for the pot, and let me show you those plants now. So my spiller, we're just going to start with that because it's the first plant I grabbed, is going to be, ta-da! This is Proven Winner. This is a Proven Winners. I think this was like the last plant they had. Sweet Caroline Bewitched Green with Envy. Okay. They have all these, Proven Winners has all these crazy names for their plants, and I just wanted something bright that I could see from the road essentially, and that would drape and droop over the pot. And theoretically, that's what this thing is going to do. It grows 10 to 16 inches. So again, I'm hoping that it just droops over the end of the pot and it just grows like, you see on TV, right? Again, it says it's a mounding trailing plant. So theoretically, this should do what I want it to do, because the pot I'm also putting it in is not going to be huge, and I'll show you that in a minute. Well, you've already kind of seen the pot, but let me show you the other plants. Next up is a plant that looks like a Proven Winners plant, and the Proven Winners plant, in fairness, is probably from this genus, maybe, if that's the right word, or either way. I got an umbrella plant. No, this is not a Proven Winners. This is something else. But it's a Cypress Crown of Pharaoh. And I know like the Proven Winners does the King Tut or Prince Tut, that kind of thing. And that's what I was kind of hoping to get, was like a Prince Tut, I think, because they're a little shorter than the King Tut. But either way, have that as my thriller, right? So have that as my thriller, the big plant sticking up. So this umbrella plant, Crown of Pharaoh, should get to, let's see what the tag says here, grows up to 36 inches tall, which is a little taller than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. So we're going to put one of these into the pot. And then as my filler, I thought this would be interesting because I have a pineapple lily right on the corner over by the porch that is basically the same color as this. Ta-da! This is Moses in the Cradle. I'm not going to try to pronounce the Latin name there, but yeah, Moses in the cradle, and it doesn't give any sizes or anything, but again, has similar color to that pineapple lily that I have nearby. So I got 2 of these. So I'm going to try to jam all these into the pot, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I've put some potting soil already into the pot here, and next I'm going to turn around and start planting. And again, I've never done anything like this before, and I'm not sure if there's a proper way, because I never really paid attention to Laura. I mean, Laura just goes ahead and she starts doing her things, and she jams in like 8 million plants into a single pot, and I'm not doing that. But I will turn around and probably start with this, whatever this is. Ooh, she's got some good roots. I'm going to tease the roots a bit. There we go. And I'll just put that, I think that's good. Yeah, I don't even have to dig down, so I think that's good. And like I said, hopefully it starts draping over. Right now it's just kind of here. I guess next I'll do my thriller, which is again the umbrella plant. Ooh, it's very rooty. I will definitely tease these. I'm just gently trying to tease these apart a bit. They will grow out and do their own thing and seek water and yada yada yada. And then the Moses in a cradle here. Ooh, this one's really root bound. I'm gonna put that there. All right, this one over here. It kind of looks like something. All right, well, here it is. It's not the most gorgeous or beautiful pot, but I'm hoping it's something that over time does get, a little fuller. This drapes over the front, it draws your eye in. Allegedly this umbrella plant is going to get, 3 feet tall. So I think it'll be really fun and interesting, I hope. Up by the front porch, my wife is going to probably do a couple of baskets up on the railings with bubble gum, proven winner, all that stuff that Laura does. So when she does that, I'll probably show that off too. But that was the other thing too in my mind, is I didn't want to do anything too flashy to draw your eye away from those baskets that she's going to do up on the railing. So I think this will definitely be something of interest at the foot of the stairs. Behind it, she has all those other petunias. I think they're petunias, right? Whatever those things are, I don't know. But I'm learning. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. And again, I've never really paid much attention to the whole annual scene. And Proven Winners has some of the most ridiculous and silly names I think I've ever heard for plants. But they do it for marketing reasons, I understand. So I'm going to give this good water, drop it in place. And once again, thank you so very much to the ladies at my local garden center who helped me pick out these plants and, encouraged me to basically do this. Again, I was sort of on the fence and just a little push, and here I am doing something outside of my comfort zone, something that I normally don't do. Actually, I don't think I've ever done a pot like this before. So I've watched my wife do it. I've watched Laura do it. Here it is. This is it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified of when I do post a new video. Friday, if all goes as planned, we're going to do the veg garden tour. There's a bunch of things happening here in the veg garden. There's all sorts of stuff growing. So I want to give a early summer veg garden tour, and we'll talk about what's happening here in the veg garden. Again, hopefully that'll be Friday. So I'm going to go drop this in place, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.